to say, look, local sports rap on one side, co-anchor on the other.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Chinesky, and along with my good friend Ken Montroy, we are the host of your local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable Channel 15. Today is Saturday, July 13th. Ken, how you doing? How was your week?
Good. We finally got some good hot weather. We needed that.
It's nice. It's been nice. Not too hot, not too bad. It's been pretty nice.
It's been pretty nice. Starting to get a little humid, and I guess next week it's going to be a little bit hotter above usual, but
It is summer.
it is summer.
Yes.
We've been waiting for it, so I'm all happy about that.
Street Fair week. Nowhere to park downtown, especially
Oh.
in the evening. Come down here Friday night. Good luck. There is a couple of the churches in the area charge you $5 to park your car. You know, God needs your money.
Yes, yes.
That's okay. Good cause to give it to.
So do the businesses. So feel free to stop in, have a cold one or have a hot one, because they do have burgers.
Yes, they do. Bands playing in the evening.
Yes.
Place is packed. Got one more day, Saturday night. Don't forget, come on down, walk the booths.
See what's left.
What is it? The JCs are selling their beer.
Yes.
JCs are selling the beer out back, and the entertainment's out back.
Get there early.
I agree. So what's going on this week? I saw that they announced News Herald, the All News Herald team for track and field,
They did.
and we
Yes.
had some Wyandotte boys on there, girls too, maybe. I'm not sure. Travis Pritt from Roosevelt. He was a All News Herald team. He in the 110, he qualified for states with a runner-up finish at regionals, and he was 23rd at states. And at the Metro Classic, he won the 110-meter hurdles. So he was quite the runner. He was also on the 4x400 relay team, and he was on the 300-meter hurdles, and just run.
Man, that gets tough.
Well, I guess they get a break in between events.
I bet. Some water, too.
Yeah.
I got Brett Malinowski. He was second place. First locally, though. He was from Wyandotte, obviously. Damian Hoggabook. Let me tell you, if I was a teacher, I would love that kid's name. Hoggabook. Just Hoggabook there, kid.
I like it.
Damian. Yes, we also had Cecil Chapman.
So that's
Awesome.
5. I see there's about 7 kids made the all area team. Gabriel Mullins, he was an 800-meter kid, and ran 3rd in the 1600s at the last meet. I know school's been out for a while, but Gabriel made the all area team too. And Roosevelt itself won the Downriver League meet, and they finished 3rd at the regionals, which was the best finish of any Downriver team.
Oh, sweet.
So-
3rd, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. That's like overall? Would that
Yeah,
be?
I mean, you had all the teams at the region.
So in every participating event, that's how they add it all up, just like they do the Olympics, and bam, they finish 3rd.
X amount of points, yeah.
Sweet.
Probably, I'm going to guess, and I don't know anything about track. Let's say you get 5 for the win, 4 for second, 3 for third, or something like that. Of course, 3 for first, 2 for second, 1 for third.
I can tell you the people that evaluate that do know.
Yes, they do. They get
we
paid.
also-
They get paid for that.
We had a pole vaulter. Interesting. I would always, they had that when we were in school, but I never went out for it. But it was always interesting to me to get that concept of bending that pole to get over, in case you had to get out of somewhere.
I'm
Always
not
good
sure
to
it
know.
bends so much when they're only doing 14 feet, though. You know, when you get into the 25s and 6s like they do at the
I
Olympics.
should have seen the kid that was trying it. It was bending. But not for Emilio. Emilio Placencia from Roosevelt. He finished 3rd in the pole vault. Pretty tough. That's
Nice.
wonderful. We also had Thomas Kirby. Kirby won a regional championship in discus and qualified for states. Quite impressive. Discus throwing, that's kind of interesting too. Isn't that where they spin around and throw it?
It's like a frisbee that weighs about 12 pounds or whatever. It's
You know,
a heavy frisbee.
I tell you, I don't know how they work on their accuracy because I get dizzy going around once or twice. Don't need it about 3 times and throw it out.
That happens with age.
I wonder what the weight of those are.
Yeah, we should Google it.
Do they vary? It probably varies with age.
Google it.
Yeah, it could. Well, middle school, high school.
Producers, could we get
college.
to that?
Well, that's pretty impressive, though. Qualifying for states, and our guys finished well. Thank you all.
Also, the all downriver team in soccer.
Yes,
I believe
yes.
Roosevelt had 4 girls.
Yes, they did. Quite impressive. Let me tell you, the league champion was Woodhaven.
Yes.
That's a real shock.
They had 5 girls.
Yes,
I
they
understand, and the rest of downriver had 4 girls.
That's right. Trenton, Gibraltar, Wyandotte Roosevelt, they all had 4. And for our 4, we had sophomore defender Olivia Harder. We had junior defender Alina Kolsinski. We had sophomore midfielder Maya Morford. And then we had senior midfielder Aaron Rapelgo.
Nice job.
Hope I said that right, Aaron. If I haven't, I apologize.
Come in, you can give us some pointers. U.S. women's soccer team?
Yeah.
Best in the world?
Best in the world. Again.
Again.
That's 2 times. I believe that they said that was, this thing just doesn't want to leave me. I believe that they said that was the first time that they have won back-to-back. I don't know if that applied to the men. Do you?
The men have never won it, have they? Maybe one time?
I don't
See,
know.
that's an area of expertise that I don't follow a lot, and that is the problem with this country. It has taken off. Since we were kids, though, there was nothing to do with soccer.
We were lucky to have TV, let alone worldwide TV. So, yes, all that.
It's a bigger game in Europe.
Bigger game, absolutely a bigger game. Those people are nuts.
But it was
the way
a
they
good,
go for a
good
game.
tournament overall, competitive. They blew out the early rounds. They were blowing teams out. But as it got to the Final 8, Final 4, the games were tighter, definitely.
Found something interesting over the weekend, that when Boston Red Sox played the New York Yankees, they played at Wembley Stadium. And I guess they don't sell alcohol for the soccer games. I don't know how those people get so nuts, but they don't sell alcohol.
Tailgating?
Maybe they give out cookies. But there's got to be some reason why they do the things they do. But they actually sold alcohol for the Major League Baseball game between the Red Sox and the Yankees. I found that to be interesting. And the people in the stands were,
Well, let me, so we catch Boston after that. They come into town after being over in Europe a few days,
after
playing a couple
spanking,
games.
Yes.
And they come here and just slap us around like they never left town. How's that happen?
Yeah.
They should have jet lag. They should have something. Yeah.
Yes, they should. They still scored, I think, about 8 or 9 runs every game. Yes, it was a tough weekend. In fact, to the month of June, I believe, the stat was 3-24 for the Tigers.
3-24.
Or
for the month. The record.
Or out of the last 27 games, they had 3 wins and 24 losses. That's at home.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
not
difficult.
Good.
Pretty difficult.
Yeah, and what was the over-under? About 68 games?
Yeah, yes.
At the
67,
beginning of the
68,
year,
yes.
and they're at 20-something halfway.
All right, so if you took
Under's
the under,
looking good.
you're looking good.
You never know, though. There's a lot of games left, 80
Well,
games.
A lot of trades. It's the All-Star game that's coming up. Actually, it's after the All-Star game. So
That's right, July 13th.
So there's a lot of trades that go on for the All-Stars, and at our next broadcast, we should tell you a couple of them.
Should be a few.
Yes.
Remember Mr. Tom Wilson had him on last week?
I do. Nice guy. Nice guy.
And he's major fundraiser for the female alumni athletic boosters.
Yes, yes.
And he's raising money. His golf outing is the 21st. Well, we have a way to get a hold of him.
We do.
The female
How would that be?
Fab has a Facebook page.
FAB. Would that
Female
be
Alumni Athletic Boosters.
FAAB? So if I look that up,
It should come up.
it should come up.
And if not, type Female Alumni Athletic Boosters, and that'll come up.
Interesting.
And then you can message Mr. Wilson to let him know you're sponsoring a hole in his golf tournament, or if you have a foursome and you want to play, it's only $200 for the foursome. It's a great 9-hole event.
$50 a person?
Yeah, $50 if and then the hole sponsors are $150 or $300. I'm guessing determining the size. Let's get some of that corporate Wyandotte money involved in this thing.
Unless things have changed, I thought that there are more women in the world than there are men. So a lot of these people that get involved in this golf outing, they should have a lot of daughters, and it should help support his cause, which has been very beneficial to the downriver.
And he's
community.
in a routine. He's been doing it 18 years, and he's got a way to go. But there's a lot of pubs in this city. Can I just say that out loud? Even though it's a school-sponsored, not school-sponsored, it's a booster event.
I was going to say,
It's a booster event.
Right.
A little after party after we eat at the Knights of Columbus. You could always go to one of the local bars that maybe donated.
Are you
Well,
involved in this?
I have 2 kids could drive me around, or there's an Uber on my phone. So
And you mean in a golf cart?
no, after.
After the golf cart. Oh, how nice.
So yeah, let's get some corporate money coming this way. We've got till September. You could sign up. You could host. You could sponsor a hole, sponsor a couple holes. All the money. He takes no salary. He's a retired guy with money. It all goes out. He was pretty clear about all that last week.
Yeah, except I remember I asked him about what happens if somebody, but yes.
But they don't. It doesn't work that way. They've always got their people because they'll eliminate themselves throughout the year by
Grades.
doing something wrong or grades. If you get a violation of some sort too, that would eliminate you.
Fights in school.
Yeah, well,
Suspension.
girls don't fight. Come on.
You should have seen the ones that fought me all the time.
Well, you had it coming. Big bowling week. You're a bowling coach. I'm a bowling coach. I'm a bowler. You're a bowler.
How big?
Humongous big.
Humongous big.
Junior Gold Championships are being held starting Sunday, the 14th. Today there's a couple events going on. There are over 4,000 kids from across the country in our area as we speak.
4,000?
As we speak, under the age of 20, competing for a chance to bowl on Team USA, amongst other things, college scholarship money.
So there's no cash involved, just scholarships. Is that correct?
It's a point system.
It's a point system.
The more points you get, the more
moolah, huh? Well, where would this be taking place at?
Well,
So they have opening ceremonies or anything like that?
they have all that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 bowling centers that have to host this. The qualifying is 4 game blocks, 16 games over 4 days, starting Monday. You bowl Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I know this because my daughter Julia has qualified. She won a junior gold qualifier.
That's pretty sweet. All at one house?
It was she bowled 6 games, 5-game block, and they took the top 2 people.
Okay.
She was on top.
Okay.
And so she made it.
Out of each house or one house?
Well, this was just a pre-qualifier months ago.
Oh,
Months
to get
ago.
to this
get
point.
To this. And
You
so
mean all these people qualified to get to this point, and you're still dealing with 4,000 people?
Correct. Wow. Crazy, huh?
Wow, nice.
Kids from Hawaii, kids from Alaska.
Hawaii?
There's
Hey,
plenty.
have bowling alleys in Hawaii? Who goes bowling in Hawaii?
On a rainy day, maybe?
Alrighty.
I don't know. Somebody, because there's 5 or
Okay.
6 kids from Hawaii and there's kids from Alaska, but we can understand that.
Oh, yes.
Century Bowl, Super Bowl, Thunder Bowl, Score Lanes, Astro Lanes, Rose Bowl Lanes, Sterling Lanes, and Bowl 1 Lanes will all be hosting. Again, you bowl 4 games over 4 days at 4 different times. We have to bowl at 8 in the morning one day. We have to bowl at 8:30 at night another day. 4 in the afternoon, 11:30 in the afternoon. So we have our work cut out for you. And after that, out of the 800 and some kids in the block, or 1,000, how many are in Julia's under 20 girls block? They take the top 124 and they bowl 5 more games. And, and then they knock that down to 64. You retain your pins. So if you're 125, you've got to jump the field. If you're number 1, you just got to keep pacing.
That's right. You shouldn't be penalized.
Correct. And then they go to the top 64, and then they go match play into the top 16 after that, after they bowl 4 more games. So it's
I got questions.
I got answers. I'm ready.
I want to hear this
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's just hypothetically speaking, I'm one of these bowlers. Do I bowl against your daughter?
There are the under 12 boys and the under 12 girls.
So it's separated.
There are under 15 boys and under 15 girls. Under 17 boys, under 17 girls, and then under 20 boys and under 20 girls.
Okay, so I never have to compete against the girls, and they never have to compete against the boys.
Correct. And
okay,
it's basically their own age groups.
Once they're broken down into, how many will they take out of each bracket, 2, you say?
It'll end up being 16.
16.
We'll be bowling match play.
16 boys, 16 girls?
Correct, in each age group.
That will go into match play. Now, how's the match play work? Is it one-on-one?
It's 2-game blocks, and it's double elimination.
So if I shoot 130, they shoot 128,
you got another game. 2-game block. So you shoot 130 and 130, and another person shoots 125 and 150, they're going to win.
Oh, so it's total pins for the 2 games.
Correct.
Oh, it's not match.
No.
I just happen to be matched up against somebody.
And you mentioned opening ceremonies. Eastern Michigan University is hosting them on Sunday, tomorrow.
Have you ever been to one of those?
I think we're going to sign up for it if it's not full already. With 4,000 kids, it might be at a, I would think would be in like a basketball setting arena of some sort.
4,000 kids, not counting any parents, not uncles, aunts, sponsors, so on and so forth. Not that they would have sponsors yet. Don't tell the NCAA.
Well, they don't allow coaching.
Oh, there's no coaching?
Well, like I am a coach. You are a coach.
Right.
If you're my daughter, I can't be out there on the lanes with her coaching her. Now I can sit in the stands and she can walk back and talk to me all she wants.
Oh, she can come back to approach you.
There's a line I cannot
can't go
cross.
out there. Oh, okay. You've had that line for a lot of times. Okay.
It's yes. So the opening ceremonies are at Eastern Michigan University.
What time? When?
Sunday, July 14th at 7 o'clock in the evening.
Nice.
Now they have practice. They have designated practice sessions at all these bowling centers. Julia's got 2 of them on Saturday, 2 of them on Sunday, and then the Suburban Collection Show Place. That's where they all have. Yeah, that's where they all have to register, and it's like a trade show. They're going to have 50, 70 booths set up. All the big bowling companies, Ebonite, DV8, all them will have their new products out.
Parents, bring your wallets and purses because it will be expensive.
And it's free.
It's free to watch?
It's free to enter.
Oh, it's free to enter.
Show place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got other questions.
This is a huge event
now.
for the bowlers. This is a huge event.
Okay, I got another question.
I'm ready.
Okay, so they go ahead and your daughter's out there bowling, and she's got an issue with her hand. She's got an issue with her ball. How does she resolve that issue? Can only go into her bag? Can she actually leave? That ball has to stay in its location? How does that work?
It's funny you should ask that because I read the rules today. I read the rules today. First of all, there's no surface adjustments to any bowling
Can't
ball
sand my bowling ball?
once we start, and that's practice too.
So you better before practice?
I mean, the 5 minutes of warm up you get before you're set.
I can't sand
Can't
it
even
after
do
it?
nothing then. The minute that ball gets out on a lane, it's how it's going to be.
As it is. Okay.
Now, you get a chunk taken out of it. I mean, you could still use the ball with a chunk taken out of it if the rack, something happens, it hits a screw, hits a nail, whatever, and you say, oh my goodness, but you can only register X amount of balls.
6 maybe?
And you have to list the serial numbers.
Okay.
So it may be as many as you want, but you have to list the serial numbers. So
Another
as long
question.
as that ball's on there.
Are they, whenever I list them, does somebody check out my ball to see if it's too
The
soft,
one you wrote
to see
down?
if the weight block is
That's a
altered.
great question. I don't know if they're going to have a ball check-in like they do the ABCs.
ABCs, right.
You know, we have to, when we go bowl in a national tournament, our ball goes down a conveyor belt, and they check the hardness of the outside shell, the dead weight, and then all the side weight that you can put on a ball, and they do that in a matter of seconds with their fancy equipment.
Until they see me bowl, and then they go,
It
"Don't worry."
doesn't matter what that guy throws. He's not going home with any of our money.
So, so should they have a problem, they will have to just go to another ball while that set is going on until that day is over. correct?
Probably the directors. There are directors that might be able to help that, but you can't make any surface adjustments. They have special events going on. They can bowl with some of the pros that are going to be in town representing the companies, the Ebonite pros. Del Ballard.
The pros are going to be, Del Ballard's going to be there?
There's going to be some pros here on
Nice.
Saturday at some of the bowling centers. There's going to be a demo day from Ebonite, and if you've never been to a demo day and you have kids bowling, it's so cool because they
It
get
is.
all the bowling balls with a span, put a couple finger grips and a thumb slug in there to fit your hand, and you go throw it. It's I've done it a few times. I enjoy it. You know, a lot of times the local ones will charge you $15. It's worth every penny. But yeah.
So I'm checking to see if maybe, I don't know how they would figure that out to say like, oh, these alleys are oily or oh, these alleys are hooking. But I can go ahead on these demo days, take out a ball, they size me up, I throw it for a little bit and go, gosh, that ball's nice.
Oh.
Goes long for
Because
the
you
way I
practice
throw
on a
ball.
real nice house shot. And that ball works really good no matter what you do to it.
Yeah.
It walks right in there.
We've done that before. Didn't
Dad,
get
I
the
want one of
ABCs.
those.
Yeah.
I want one of those balls. Look at how many strikes I'm throwing.
Come on back. We're selling. We're selling.
They
So
will
that's-
at the Suburban Collection. They'll have a large Ebonite sponsor area, autograph stations with the pros, more than 50 collegiate vendors.
Collegiate vendors.
Which is probably representing schools, education seminars. This is all
Education
free on
seminars.
Saturday today. This is all free on the 13th if you just go out to the Suburban Showcase and you can.
So on these education seminars, I just got a question. So when I go out there, I can ask, hey, about the oil pattern, if it's this particular type of oil pattern, ball going to go long? Is it for my shot and the inside? I'm going to know kind of where the ball's breaking at.
This guy, Nick Hoagland, his
Nick
seminar is the oil pattern graph explained. So when you
That's
see the readout,
nice.
and it's kind of French to me, I look at it sometimes and just say, throw it here, you'll be fine. But units of oil, it's a scientific game, that bowling, and I hope we don't lose anybody out there. But yes, Nick will go over the basics of understanding the oil pattern, the graph when it's posted at the tournament. In addition, tips will be offered on how to read an oil pattern with autograph.
Sweet. So
Looking
now,
at a blind lane with that invisible vegetable oil on it,
wow.
you know, and just see the way the ball reacts. You can he'll teach you how. But this tournament, they are not releasing any oil patterns.
They're not releasing any oil patterns. So
Till
the
the
time that
tournament's
I
over.
walk up on the approach, I have no idea what that pattern is out there.
Wet. And my guess will
Okay,
be
so
wet.
then it's going to be wet. This ain't like the Peterson, right? It's going to be okay. It's going
My
to be a lot of oil.
experience on these is yes, you better be soft and slow, and you just better, direction is everything. That's my experience having
Well,
gone
just like
to a
we
couple
teach,
of these.
it's going to be balance. Just make sure that you're balanced at the line so you can put the ball in the proper place to have
Hey,
it do what you want.
They have, like I said, they have demo squads. They have pro bowlers. They also have the two-handed game.
It's the two-handed game.
You
Well, we
understand
see
the
it.
two-handed game, the boys, and there aren't a lot of girls doing it. That time's going to come.
Oh,
okay?
yes.
That time's going to come.
I think we saw a couple in our league.
Julia has messed with it, but we will stay away from that for now. But this guy, Stephen Padilla, he's advanced adjustments to the two-handed game. And is also a seminar today on Saturday. So these kids that come in from out of town can set up their whole, like, they don't bowl till Monday, and they practice Saturday and Sunday. they register on Saturday, they can set up some of these seminars for them to do something while they're in town. Because again, there's probably 3,800 kids coming in from out of town. There's probably only 200 Michigan kids, I would guess, at the most. I looked at the rosters, but gosh, there were 800 kids in her division alone.
So the oil pattern that they've previously been bowling on, when they get here, it's going to be totally different for everybody?
You know how oil patterns go across the country?
Yes, I do.
It's got to be different everywhere. Nobody does it the same, and they don't even know what they're bowling on for this. My guess is long oil, and my guess is gutter to gutter. My guess is you take it and you kind of point it and direct it in the right direction. You know,
Marty, when we were young and working at the bowling alley, I remember that bug spray. We sprayed that oil on the alleys. I know we've come a long way since then, but oh my gosh.
Put a little over here just for the fun of it, a little over here just for the fun of it.
Yeah, especially if we liked you, you got a lot. Well, that's
and then
great.
the ball returns wouldn't work. You put so much oil on it.
The
Rubber belt, it lifts it up in the back and then drops it to you. And that belt would get so slimy that the balls wouldn't make it up the belt. They just sit there and spin because we put so much oil on the lanes.
Many a black shirt.
So all week, hopefully next week when we have our show, I have good things to talk about. You know, the Julia getting in the mix.
I'm sure you'll update us.
There are 2 girls right now from Michigan and Team USA Junior.
They're already on the team?
Yes. One was a Westland girl, really good bowler. Her name, I think, was Julie. And then there was a Taylor Davis, shot 300 2 years ago in the state in the match play at the high school level and ended up winning that. So there are 2 girls from Michigan right now on Junior Team USA.
A lot of talent out there.
They get to go travel around, and they get, I'm sure, all their equipment paid for. So big week of bowling. Hi, Mom. Want to say that. Fab, Facebook page. Let's get Mr. Wilson some support.
Yes, please, for the Downriver girls.
Ken, as always.
Always a pleasure.
Good
Marty.
week. And everyone, thanks for watching your local sports wrap-up. I'm Marty Janeski, along with my good friend Ken Mantra, and we will see you in a week.
Yes.